Welcome to another rendition of the BrideAccess.com online TV show. Of course, we've got our weekly Bride Access TV show on ABC4 at 9:30 a.m. on each Sunday, but this part is actually videos that we post online to promote wedding professionals in the area. It is a real pleasure again to welcome back, not the first time we've had you with us, Sam Abujabara.
Thank you.
Did I say that right?
It was beautiful.
Before we started recording, Sam was telling me how I need to pronounce his last name. You did some coaching, exactly. Welcome back to the program, Sam. Sam owns Something Vintage, Something Blue, which are vintage cars, right?
Correct.
Instead of the traditional black stretch limousine, you actually bring vintage cars to the... Tell us a little bit about that, Sam.
Yep. The idea came from... Actually, we copied it from Europe. I mean, this concept is used quite a bit. Over here, occasionally you would see a wedding that used vintage cars and whatnot, but I saw that the market really in Utah lacked that service. And I was one of the lucky ones. I'm a small-time car collector, and I had a few cars. I was like, let's give it a shot. And what do you know? The brides loved it. It added something unique to the wedding industry in Utah.
One of the neatest things that I've seen at a reception with your vintage cars is some couples will actually have one of your cars there, the trunk open, and the gifts they bring, they actually put them in the back of the trunk of the vehicle. So as you come, you see this beautiful car, and there's the wedding gifts.
Exactly. Displaying it like that really sets a certain tone with the wedding. Yeah. The bride arrives in her vintage car. There's no doubt that she's there. Now she's getting ready. The car is parked up front, ready for the reception, and also set up for the wedding exit, you see. And as the guests are coming in, they are greeted by one of our vintage cars. They're taking pictures with it. Becomes like really a topic throughout the wedding. I've had a few brides that told me that when they told their guests that there's gonna be a vintage car coming up, for their wedding exit to take them to the hotel or the airport, a lot more people stuck around to the end of the wedding to see the car and be part of that experience, and it really makes for a lovely, lovely wedding exit.
Now, a lot of brides, not only will they have you bring them to their wedding and reception in one of your vintage cars, but you also do a lot of photo shoots and video shoots with the bride before the wedding, right? Where your car is part of the video or the photography.
Yes, absolutely. And this is something that we can do either on the same day of the wedding, or a lot of brides also like to include the cars for their bridal pictures or their groomals, and also display some of those photos at their wedding. Yeah. And we're extremely flexible. We're willing to travel to meet them at their special spot, be it where they met, or their first date, or the tree of love, or something like that. And work with them on creating that perfect memory that's going to last with them every time they look at their album or their wedding video. And that's the thing. You have one shot at it with your wedding, and you try to get everything right so you can remember it and take it with you. Don't miss out on my car.
One thing I want to mention just before we finish is that you're involved with the Ultimate Utah Wedding with the University of Utah and BrideAccess.com. Brett Eden up at the university said, we don't want just to have a Utah wedding. We want to have an ultimate Utah wedding. Having Something Vintage, Something Blue, one of your cars there, certainly helps bring it to an ultimate wedding experience.
Oh, that is so nice to hear. Thank you so much. This is the second year that we've been asked to participate in this, and we are very excited about it. It's such a neat concept to select random couples and give them the wedding of their dreams, and for us to be a part of that, it is really very fulfilling for us, and we're planning something very special for them this year too.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible wedding. So brides, if you want to elevate your wedding and reception to a whole nother level, which is really very affordable, contact Sam at somethingvintagesomethingblue.com. You can also find him through brideaccess.com. On his website or on his page at Bride Access, you can see pictures, you can see video, all the contact information that you'll need. I love how the guests love it as well. I love what it brings to a wedding celebration, Sam. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me. We love Bride Access. We appreciate everything that you've done for us and our small business. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Great to have you, and it's wedding season. Let's get going, huh?
Let's rock on. Okay. You bet.